Hello everyone, and welcome back to my channel. This is Elizabeth and I'm coming to you from Sedona, Arizona. I hope you're all doing well. So today's message is going to be from the element of water for the water signs Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, and this is for July 20th through the 31st. I'm just coming back after a sabbatical. I had some major life transitions, and so now I'm in a new space. I'm just really grateful to be here, and if you've stayed with me, I thank you so much. To new viewers, welcome. I'm Elizabeth, and I will be doing Oracle and Tarot tonight for you and channeling some messages for the Water Collective. Water rules our emotions, our heart space. It is about relationships, relationship to ourselves, relationship with others, so love relationships, family, friends, co-workers, your dreams, your wishes, your hopes, everything surrounding the heart space. So if you're someone who has strong water placement, sun, moon, rising, Venus, North Node, certainly this would be for you. And if you're someone who is just looking to tap into the element of water and what water supports, and again, that was all of the things that I stated before, I welcome you to watch this as well. It is the day of the Cancer new moon, so the water element is feeling very strong today. I live in Sedona, and we actually had cloud cover all day today. It was kind of remarkable. It's monsoon season, but we haven't yet seen any of the monsoons, but the humidity is real. And and there was cloud cover all day today, and I thought that was really appropriate for this Cancer new moon. It was sort of very sleepy and dreamy, and not these bright blue sunny skies. So depending on when you're watching this, we may be in Leo season, which is really exciting. I'm excited to move into Leo season, get some of that fire energy going, playfulness, that kind of thing, just a kickstart for us for the rest of the year. So without further ado, we're going to start with the Oracle portion, and I think we'll start with the Whispers of Love Oracle and get a love Oracle card. So I hope that you're all doing well. If you'd like to book a personal reading with me, please send me a message. You can follow me on Instagram. I'm at Elizabeth Light Tarot. I will follow back. Send me a message there. If you like my content, please do feel free to subscribe, like, share. I would appreciate that very much. And also on my Instagram, I'm going to be doing a lot more lives. I went live last night and it felt really good. So there is that. Okay, water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. July 20th through the 31st. What are the messages for water and from the element of water? I hope that you're all doing well. Hope life is treating you well. It has been a wild ride, hasn't it? A wild, wild ride. Okay, one wanted to come out, so we're going to take it. I love this card. And this is so perfect coming from the element of water about dreaming and that anything is possible. It really does speak perfectly to the element of water, doesn't it? Be in the present. So first of all, coming into the present moment. And I think, I know that there's been a lot of anxiety about what the future is going to look like, what our future of humanity is going to look like. And even if you are someone who is on the ascension path, someone who is very religious or spiritual, there has been a sense of, well, what if? I had a conversation with a friend, and she really is on the spiritual path. It's part of her life. She's a teacher, she's a healer, and she even said, what if all of this isn't real? What if this isn't real? And so there is that sort of doubt, even from the most faithful. about, from time to time it can creep in, especially with what we are going through now. So it really is about coming back to the present moment. And in the present moment, are you safe? Do you have a roof over your head? Hopefully you do. Do you have food in your belly? Hopefully you do. If you can answer yes to those basic questions, then come into the present moment. So this is really speaking to coming into the present moment, just to relieve any anxiety that you may be having. Just to relieve any anxiety, any worry that you may be having, just coming into the present moment, breathing. And when you're in that present moment and you align yourself and you feel relaxed and you realize that everything is okay in this present moment, that you have everything that you need right now, just for right now, you can dream of the future. And I just saw 555. So yeah, there's change coming. There's change happening. You may really be going through some changes. When we dream, everything is possible. And how appropriate for the water signs, you may be, the dreamers, but there is some skepticism here. And I totally understand that. And it is really about what the future is going to look like. 40, breaking down to a 4. The year 2020 is a 4 year. It's a year of foundations. So I feel like this girl here who's looking up at the sky, and this magnificent sky, and there's pyramids and waterfalls, and the moon and the sun are out at the same time, and all of these beautiful planets. I feel like she is, I totally just lost my train of thought. She's dreaming of what that future is going to look like, as far as an advanced civilization goes. She's dreaming of Earth coming into a new dawn, a new age, all of that. And I'm hearing John Lennon. You may say I'm a dreamer, but I'm not the only one. So I know with some of you water signs, you can be a little bit skeptical, and that's okay. A little bit of that is good, but this really is telling you to tap into your heart space and your dream worlds. Okay, so because we're doing a water reading, I wanted to get a card from the Water Crystal Oracle deck, and that's based on the work of Dr. Isaru Emoto, who did extensive research on water and the effect that positive energy has on water. And since we are comprised of water, and the earth is comprised of water, and as humans, we're almost totally comprised of water, and that is our base element. I wanted to get they're very simple messages, and they're really beautiful, and just kind of anchor the water reading with a water crystal, and just see what message wanted to come out for my dear water signs and from the element of water. This is really beautiful, really beautiful. First, I'm going to show you the crystal. So Dr. Emoto and his team, they use distilled water in very controlled scientific settings. So they use distilled water, and then they froze it. And in some cases, they actually did collect water from some of the most pristine places on Earth. They traveled and hiked miles and miles into very remote areas to collect spring water and water, naturally occurring water. And in some cases, they even use tap water. And for this collection, they use distilled water in a controlled environment, in a scientific setting, and they froze it. And then they later exposed the frozen water to various things. So sort of the polarity or the duality. So on the first hand, they were exposing the water to just beautiful energy, whether that was speaking out loud, positive words, love, 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 beauty, grace, just think of, God. And then on the other hand, they were speaking other words like hate, anger, I hate you, like, cancel, clear, things like that. And they noticed that when the high vibrational words were spoken, these perfectly symmetrical crystals would form. Geometric crystals, beautiful, perfect, each of them unique. And when the latter was spoken, the crystals would not form in a geometric figure the way that they have here. So his conclusions were quite obvious, and that is the power of positive thinking, and not just thinking, but the power of positivity and beauty and love that radiates from our heart space, from our energy body, how powerful it is that it actually affects matter. I just saw 1111. Perfect. And so this was the result. You can look up Dr. Isaru Emoto. You can watch the documentaries. I won't go too much further into it, but they created an oracle deck based on his work. And so the energy that came out for you is wisdom. So it's in the category of wisdom, and it's self-love. And that's just so beautiful. So for the water signs, the energy of self-love wants to come in from the element of water too. From the element of water. So Earth is comprised of massive amounts of water. Humans are comprised of massive amounts of water. We are water at our base. And the element that is, within us primarily wants us to love ourselves. And that's so beautiful because we're in such an unprecedented time, and there is so much fear, anger, disappointment, divisiveness, rightfully so, that is circulating. And if you're watching this, I feel like you're probably most likely someone who is a light worker, a healer, a visionary, an empath, and even water signs being empathic because you're a water sign, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, that now is really the time to go inward and focus on appreciating yourself, really appreciating yourself, loving yourself. Like, I'm feeling overcome with this emotion of you needing to really give yourself a huge hug, mother yourself, father yourself, parent yourself, be the parent that you wish you had. Or if you had amazing parents and now you're an adult, maybe your parents have passed on, or you're just far away from them, or you don't live with them anymore, to give yourself the love that they gave you too. Love yourself, because when we embody this love for ourselves, when we can really give it to ourselves, that's when we can emanate that outward and be a beacon. Because the planet needs beacons right now. There are so many in the dark. There are so many people succumbing to the everyday constant fear, anger, divisiveness, all of that, okay? And they're in it every day. And it's okay. A lot of us, even us light workers, we can fall into that here and there, but we don't stay in it. And so if you're someone who, like I said, who is doing the work out there, it's important to turn it inward, to really, really turn it inward. Okay? And that I really feel could be like the source of a lot of the anxiety is recognizing what is external versus what is actually internal. So how much are you picking up? How much are you picking up from the outside? probably a lot, you know. You're a water sign, so you're going to be really empathic and deep. Still waters run deep, right? So water signs, I'm going to leave this here for the whole reading so that we can activate the reading and anchor the reading with that amazing water crystal by Dr. Isaru Emoto. And I'm going to keep my Metatron's cube right here. And I decided to bring Ganesh into this reading tonight because I was just feeling that a lot of us, you know, are really looking to remove obstacles from our path and blockages. And we may really be feeling restricted. And if you're watching this during the new moon, you know, it's opposing Saturn. So we really do have the parents coming in, Cancer new moon, opposing Saturn in Capricorn, because Saturn's retrograde in Capricorn. That's the mother and the father. That is the mother and the father. That's the parents of the sky, so to speak. So anyway, let's get you one more oracle card, and that's going to be the Wisdom of the Oracle by Colette Baron Reed, and just see, you know, how this all comes together. And then we're going to pull some tarot, and then I'm going to end with a Kyle Gray deck, and that's going to be the Ancestors and Angels and Ancestors Oracle deck. Okay, and also, you guys, you know, just regarding this energy that we're in. Wow, so interesting. There is this element of time coming in. And I was just going to say that, you know, you may really feel like stuck to the future. I'm just feeling like almost longing for the past and having anxiety over the future. What that's going to look like. And you can't make this up. And the card that came out is here and now. There's the past, there's the future, here you are. Here you are. And the egg, it symbolizes rebirth, it symbolizes birth. There's a door here. You know, we're in a portal, and also we're approaching Lionsgate, 8-8. And if you're not familiar with the Lionsgate energy, you know, look it up. We're at the very last degrees of Cancer, you guys. So if you're watching this during, beautiful. If you're watching this during, you know, the end of Cancer transit, we're in the last degrees of Cancer, in a new moon in Cancer. It's going to feel very emotional. As much as you can, stay in the present, even if it's just for the next few days, because the energy is going to shift. So if you're watching this when we come into the Leo sun, you're going to feel the blessings. Blessed. It's blessed. You're blessed. 22, that's a master number, angel number here. And 32 and 22. It is blessed. All of this is blessed. You know, this is the time to really, really tap into your faith, guys. Really, really tap into your faith. So, okay, let's get to the tarot. I think we're going to use the Muse Tarot by Chris Ann. So I love the Light Seers Tarot by Chris Ann, and I just recently picked up the Muse Tarot, and, you know, really, really been feeling it. It's just, it's such an amazing deck. So all of her decks are amazing, but yeah. So I've already pre-shuffled them, so just for good measure, we'll give a couple of cuts and shuffles, and then get on to the tarot portion. I was really trying to keep this short for you guys, but, you know, this is the water reading, and I knew it was going to be a little bit more lengthy than the rest of the readings, and that's also why I wanted to do the water reading first, was just to, you know, to really tap into the energy of water. And the cards are a little bit stubborn tonight, but that's okay. So, okay. I think we're just going to do 6 cards tonight, and I do have a couple of decks that we can clarify with, and if we need clarifiers. So let's just get grounded here. What are the messages for my dear water signs, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, from July 20th to July 31st? I'm not going to take any jumpers, but the Hierophant wanted to pop out. And that's exactly what I was talking about. It's about keeping the faith. you know, really, really keeping the faith. Like, if things are tough for you in this moment, you have to persevere, because there are blessings coming, and this whole situation that humanity is moving through is truly blessed. It's our blessing, and it's always darkest before the dawn, you guys. It really, really is. And we are on the precipice of the golden age. I did not come here. I did not incarnate here at this time to become some kind of a slave to the Matrix. Not happening. So, and for those of you who resonate with that, please give me a thumbs up, because, you know, star seeds, light workers, earth seeds, I even want to say, those of you who are like, I have incarnated on earth thousands and thousands of times. I've been here for thousands of years. I know this planet, you know, this is my planet. I love this planet, and I'm so connected to it, and it's not going down. So for those of you who may identify as an earth seed as opposed to a star seed, really we're one and the same. Because on another planet, in another galaxy, Earth is, you know, is a galactic. So there you have it. It's all about perspective. I know that I am a star seed, but I also am an earth seed. Like, I know that I've been here many times before. So I don't necessarily identify with this whole, like, I don't feel like I belong here, and I'm not, you know, I'm not from here. Like, no, I've been here. I've been here for a long time, and I keep coming back because I love this planet, and because I love humanity, and I want to see humanity evolve, right? And I want to see humanity be free, and I want to see everyone, you know, be reaching their highest potential, and I want to see heaven on earth. But I also know that I have ancestry from many other places. So anyway, okay, that's a story for another time. I'd love to know your guys' thoughts on that. Thinking outside the box. Okay, that's good. So we're gonna put that. Oh, I saw the moon at the bottom of the deck, bottom of the original deck before I cut it, the moon. And there you have it, folks. Okay. I'm feeling a little feisty tonight. So these are your 6 cards. Coming up is the 5 of Voices. Yeah, this is some of the energy I was feeling. Beautiful. Oh, this is so beautiful. Muse of Emotions, Knight of Materials, Temperance, 4 of Emotions, yep, and 6 of Materials. Wow. Wow. It is about coming back into balance for you guys, and from the element of water. So first and foremost, just because the first card out, yeah, and the 10 of Voices coming up on the new bottom of the deck after I cut it. It's just this feeling of, 5 of Voices, this is a tough energy, you know, 5 of Swords. 5 of Swords, this is like that, the shadow. This is the self-sabotaging mind. This is the mind that won't be quiet. This can also be other people. And so I really, you know, think that, well, I'm just feeling this sense of that you guys have been through a lot recently with other people, with your own mind even, because this is the mental realm. So just like replaying over and over past hurts, you know, this is a cutting energy. This is a hard energy. But you can see here, which is why I love this deck, there's an olive branch there. So it really is also about making amends here. Making amends with people who have harmed us in the past, hurt us in the past, that there really may be people coming in, or you, to just right past wrongs. It's coming out under Temperance, to right past wrongs. and just really making peace with that, both within yourself, if you feel like you've been the one who has harmed other people just from a place of ego, or likewise, if that's happened to you from other people, letting it go. Like I was just saying, these times that we're living in, it's such a different story now, isn't it, than it was in 2019. This is what we were talking about the 2020 vision. We didn't know, but we knew that something big was coming. I love this. Scorpio energy. Hey, Scorpio, Muse of Emotions. This is the King of Cups. This is coming out. And I love that the Muses, because this is the Muse Tarot, the Muses get the cards lengthwise. And this is you coming up. You are coming into a place of emotional intelligence, of really enjoying what's in your own cup. Really enjoying what is in your own cup. This self-love energy. This is self-love right here. I feel like there's a sense of quiet coming from you. I'm not sure that that you've quite been ready to share it. It's been a process for you because of the Four of Cups. There has been a grieving of losses. And in the Four of Cups, it's like, we're thinking about the loss of the Three Cups that we had. When we were celebrating, we were feeling supported, when we were feeling like we had our people around us, our tribe. And something has shifted. There's been a disappointment, This really could be referring to friendships or business partnerships that may have fallen apart or come to a head during this pandemic and during this whole shift that we're going through, because these two right here, it's speaking to me of loss. And it was tough. It was really, really tough. It was cutting. It hurt a lot. I love this card because look, she's sitting inside of an energetic cup. The cup is energy. She's the cup. You're the cup. You're your own cup. And that's why I was saying, like, you're coming into a quiet place of enjoying what's in your own cup. It's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. And like I said, I don't know that you've necessarily been sharing this yet. And I say yet because, first of all, there's a Knight coming out. This is the Knight of Pentacles, the Knight of Materials. Look at these Knights. In this deck, there aren't any people in the Knights. She just uses the horses. So they're really, it's like there are things that are going to be coming towards you a little slow. So it's not happening super fast. And, we have been in retrograde season. But the opportunities, whether that's regarding relationships, because even with the Pentacles, it can still represent relationships because that's in the physical. Opportunities with money, with home, career, finances, and relationships, that there are things that are coming to you, but they're going to come slowly. This is a slow-moving energy for you right now, and coming from the element of water. It feels like water is moving slowly. The Muse of Emotions is a Scorpio energy. Scorpio is that sort of like swamp, It's not the waterfall that rushes. It's not... It can be the deepest parts of the ocean too. Scorpio, you go deep. You really go deep. And the Muse of Emotions is the embodiment of water, first and foremost. But it's also that sort of like where we've gone deep within to the darkest parts of the water, and we've explored that. We've really explored that. And this is you really having explored the deepest parts of your emotional realm. And I think that that's why it's like you're at the precipice between your past and your future. And it's saying just come into the now moment. And I think you're doing that. I really feel like you're doing that. If there's any kind of like missed opportunities that you're wondering in relationship, I really would not give it too much thought up here. I would rather process it here in your heart space and allow yourself just to feel it and to feel into it. Temperance is the only major arcana that came out under that Five of Voices and next to the Four of Cups. So this is about the journey. This is about your soul's journey, your journey as a soul, the growth that temperance does bring blessings. It does bring blessings. They can feel tough, but it brings blessing. This is a card of Sagittarius and this card of Virgo. So you might be dealing with a Sag or a Virgo. It's coming to you. The right people are going to come to you, and they're coming a little slowly. The Knight of Pentacles is the slowest moving knight, right? But it's because it's solid. Good things take time. Not all the time, but a lot of times the good things take time. That doesn't mean that we shouldn't be open to miracles that happen instantly. But the good things that take time. Temperance, patience. Have patience with yourself and have patience with others. So with temperance, it's like we're taking two completely different elements, completely different, it's like oil and water and trying to mix it. It's about the differences that we have with other people and how, we're unique and not everybody's going to be like us, think like us, feel like us, act like us, and learning that lesson of how to hold space for that, and how not to, be in this state of disappointment all the time because people don't meet our expectations. But knowing that, that the ego is a real thing, that people can betray us, and maybe being able to look for those signs so that we can kind of temper that energy from being with us in the future. This temperance card, it is about balance, the light and the shadow within us too. And the last card that came out is perfect with temperance. It's the Six of Coins, Six of Pentacles, Six of Materials. And this in the six is like we're coming back into harmony. There's an equal give and receive. What we give out is what we get back. This is also a card of charity. So if you have the opportunity to give to something that you feel is worthy, do it. This is like you're not holding on to a grudge. You're not holding on to your resources too tightly. You're in a space where you're going to want to give. And why? Because you're the King of Cups. That's why. The King of Cups is a healer. He's all about the emotional realms. He has emotional intelligence. He's been through the Five of Coins, the Five of Swords. He's been through those really tough relationships. These could be like the narcissists, just those really, really tough relationships that didn't work out, but they were there as a mirror to show us, where we needed to grow, where we needed to heal. The mirror, right? The alchemical marriage that allows us to continue our soul journey and improve ourselves. The King of Cups, he's not going to be in this Four of Emotions. So you're coming out really, really strong. But you had to go through all of this. So it feels like, this is past, present, and future all combined here. You are going to be in a space of wanting to give. Now, you may not be shouting it from a mountaintop like, you're the love of my life, or I want to go into partnership with you. You're going to be cautious because of what you've been through. This Knight of Materials even could be you, King of Cups, Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, kind of manifested in the physical world, that you're going to move slowly, deliberately, with a plan. It's the things that you're going to give to have real value, and they have to be solid. they have to be solid, but that there is going to be like an equal give and take here. And if you don't see it immediately, just know that the divine law of compensation is real. So when you give from your heart, when you give from your heart, if the situation or person isn't able to give back in an immediate way, the divine will compensate you in other ways. This is like stacking dharma, you know, and it'll come back in other ways. Your Pentacles energy may be a little bit slow right now, you know, understandably so with this, with the situation that we're in. Some businesses are still not operating at full capacity. You know, there's like so much going on out there. You know, I know, we don't have to really get into it. And maybe that's why I pulled out Ganesh today. So the energy of Ganesh, you know, could be something that maybe you want to work with, meditate on, you know, do the chanting, Om Gam Gana Pataye Namaha, and maybe pray to Ganesh to remove the obstacles. I also, I took out the Metatron's cube for you all today. So that might be an energy as well. But really giving yourself credit. I know why this self-love came out, because you've been through a lot. There's been disappointments, you've been hurt. And maybe, you know, to some degree, this could have been some of you could have been, you know, inflicting the hurt onto other people as well. That's okay. Like, we need to be able to admit that, or, you know, and certainly not all of you, but at least being able to hold compassion for others. Knowing that, you know, there have been times where maybe you've been the one that's been cutting, and you've been the one that's left. You've been the leaver. You've been, you know, we've all been all of it. We've all been all of it. And that's what temperance teaches us. That's what temperance teaches us. And the muse of emotions, I just keep going back to this, how proud I am of you guys. And the element of water, so if you're not a water sign and you're watching this, the element of water wants us all to embrace our emotions from an intelligent place, from an emotionally intelligent place, from a higher level of emotional maturity, I want to say. And that we're all our biggest healers. That's the other message that I'm hearing, is that we are all our biggest healers. The more that we work on loving ourselves, healing ourselves, and also realizing our own perfection in the now moment, how perfect we are in this now moment, okay? The more that we're able to come from this space of self-love, the more blessings we receive. Look at the colors in that. And I love that, how it kind of like lines up with my little tapestry that I got at a secondhand store. It says dream all the dreams. It says dream all the dreams. And I got it for like $3. And I was so drawn to it, and I was so happy that I found it. Dream all the dreams, water signs. Dream all the dreams. Love yourself. Be proud of yourself. You've come such a long way. The Knights, you know, here's the other thing about why I think that this Knight is also you. You know, with the court cards, the kings and the queens are amazing. You know, we all want to be a king and a queen. However, they sit on their throne. They rule. They sit on their throne. They embody the suit. But when the king and the queen need something done, who do they send? Well, sometimes they send a page, but that's more, you know, to deliver a message. But when they really need something done, they send a knight. And so it's like you're sending this aspect of yourself out there into Leo season, to kind of like balance the scales. And really to grow something, because that's the other thing with the Six of Materials. It leads to growth, you know, because it's more than halfway to the 10. It's more than halfway to the 10. This is where we've overcome lack. This is where we've overcome the challenge of the 5. We started out with the 5 and we end with the 6. So there is a huge progression here. And in the middle, you know, it's okay to grieve the loss. For some of you, this could be if someone close to you has died. And I know because I am there, actually. I'm grieving a loss. And so, you know, this energy is okay. But knowing that you are the cup, like look at how she's in an energetic cup. That's her. And this Muse of Emotions is drinking from nature's cup, right? Which is a shell, some kind of a shell, something from the ocean, you know, to drink from your own well, you know, to drink from your own well. And it's okay, let this come up, you know, if it needs to come up. It's interesting that there's no fire here. Oh, let's check the bottom of the deck again. Oh, at the bottom of the deck was the Ten of Swords. So, yeah, and that's why I was saying, like, this feels, you know, pretty tough. Okay, I don't want to go too much longer, but I do want to get you, let's get a card just to clarify the whole reading, and that's going to be from The Psychic Tarot of the Heart by John Holland. And we'll just see what wants to come out for water signs, for the element of water, from the element of water, Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, July 20th through July 31st. Just breathe. Just breathe. Four of Swords. Just breathe. Yeah, just breathe. That's why I was saying, like, coming into this now moment, if you are currently in this place of kind of longing for the past, some of the things that you had in the past that maybe just aren't existing right now, worrying about the future, come into the present, breathe. Get outside. The air element wants to speak to you. This is, you know, about the air element. And let's get one more, okay? And rest. Make sure that you're getting proper rest. For the Four of Swords, you know, is about resting after the Three of Swords. So I'm not going to take these. I'm not going to take this. Okay. One card, please. God, these cards are really jumping tonight from this deck. It has a lot to say. Okay. I love that. Dedicated effort, Eight of Pentacles. So it really is just about, like, putting in the work. Focus. Focus on your work, the work that you love. You are capable of creating a masterpiece. The element of water is giving that message that we are capable of creating a masterpiece. It's beautiful. And that is, again, in the physical. So there is a lot of Pentacles energy coming through from water and for water, surrounding, you know, the fact that you're coming up as the Muse of Emotions or the King of Cups. I love that so much, but that there's an element of it anchoring into the physical, of wanting to really build something, to build something that lasts. So just do the work. You know, and maybe that is your way of coming into the here and now. And if this is surrounding your dreams, relationship dreams, career dreams, your family, building something that lasts, it's blessed. Don't forget to dream, you know, but stay in the present and work. Do the work. Really, really do the work. 8's such a spiritual number too, you know. And the last card that we're going to do for you guys is from The Angels and Ancestors by Kyle Gray, who's one of my favorites in the whole wide world. Absolutely love him. Okay, from angels and ancestors, what is the message for my dear Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Jupiter, North Node, and from the element of water? What is the message, Spirit, please? Okay, so since this just kind of popped out, I'm going to use this as a timing card. Autumn. Okay, they just want to pop out tonight. I'm trying not to take jumpers. So we will take this. So we're going to use this as a timing card. Release the old and rest. Although this really does go along with the reading too, it is about releasing the old for you. The 5 of Swords, the 10 of Swords, the betrayal, the letdowns, the disappointments, the 4 of Cups, to release it. You know, think about the energy of autumn. Think about how when autumn comes, you really feel the reset. And right now, we're just sort of like, you know, moving through summer, and it feels like really you almost need some of that autumn energy to come in. And it is saying rest, and that's that 4 of Swords energy, is resting. So the message to rest now came out twice. So make sure that you are getting proper rest. And even as a timing, with anything that you may be looking to really manifest, that the magic is going to happen in autumn. You're going to see like the fruition come to fruition in autumn. The raven or the crow, you know, does symbolize magic, and that spirit is really working with you to create something. But you know, releasing the old. And I really feel like you've been working on that, because Temperance came out for you. Temperance comes out too, you know, when we've been doing the shadow work, when we've been, you know, you can see like she's surrounded by night. You know, she's surrounded by night, and it's all like sort of etheric underneath her. Like the sort of like enlightenment is happening in her lower chakras, which I really like, because it's like rooted in the physical. It's rooted in the physical. These are the lilies, you know, the water lilies, enlightenment. That this has been happening for you. You're aware that you need to release this stuff. The disappointment and the hurt, the betrayal, whatever that is. I mean, this could even just be your own self-sabotaging patterns. You know, the 5 of Voices can really speak to like almost where we were wounded as children. Where we were wounded as children, where we were taught that we weren't enough. And that's why the self-love came out. It's like where we were taught that we weren't enough, and then we created this pattern. And it's not to hurt other people intentionally. It, you know, usually, it's more about a defense mechanism and how we shield ourselves from future hurt. And so we create these patterns of trying to like one up someone, to beat someone at their own game. It's more than that though. It's almost like to beat someone to the punch. Well, you know, just think about that in your life. If there have been situations where because of your own fears, patterns, core wounding, Chiron and Aries, this is the energy of Chiron, in my opinion, moving through Aries, where you have sort of built these walls around yourself that potentially just protect you from being hurt by other people, you know, because you have been hurt, like legitimately experience loss, betrayal, whatever that is. But you're moving through this. There's an awareness of it. And like I said, just coming out as the King of Cups, it's so beautiful. I'm so happy for you. And you also notice like this King of Cups here, or Muse of Emotions, she is looking at the past and the future, if you just look at it like that. Look at that. And what is this? This is you in the center. Stay in the center. Stay in the center, water sign. Stay in the center. Wow, that's a powerful message. Okay. Let's get to an angel ancestors and then we'll wrap up. What is the message for my dear Cancer, Scorpio, Pisces, July 20th through July 31st? And from the element of water. Thank you, Spirit. Wow. So interesting. This is another timing card. We've got autumn and winter. So the summer is definitely about just moving through these energies that we've been speaking about. And like autumn and winter, you're going to be on point. Like something is happening for you guys in autumn and winter. And look at this magic here. Raven and wolf. Fierce, you guys. Fierce. Fierce animals here. Messenger of air. You know, the wolf. I mean, we could say so much about the wolf. Fierce. Fierce. Highly revered. Loved. Cherished. Feared, even. Like, you are going to be a force to be reckoned with, water sign. A force to be reckoned with. Use it for good. Please use it for good. Because you have a lot of magic with you. It's coming. It's really coming. We've got autumn and winter. Take care of your needs. Yet another message. Just breathe. Rest. Self-love. Take care of your needs is the message that's coming from Wolf. But also just as a timing and just looking at these two together. And for those of you that are Scorpios, you know, Halloween being your time of year, the fall and the winter, like you're really going to be in a very, very powerful place. Very powerful. I have a North Node in Scorpio, and so I've always loved Scorpios. I love your energy. But again, make sure that you're using this, you know, for the highest good of all. And with the Six of Materials coming up, you know, as the last card, I really feel that you are looking to create a sense of equilibrium, of blessings for all here. Temperance, Six of Materials, and blessings. You know, that you really want everyone to win, that you really want the highest outcome for all, that you really want the blessings for all. And so just keep holding that energy. And at the bottom of the deck was the Water Guardian, and she came out in my Instagram live story last night. And so this is you, Water Guardian. You know, get into your element, water sign. And also the element of water, I feel like the element of water is telling us, like, you know how a lot of times we're always looking up, right? For inspiration, always looking up to the sky, to the clouds, the birds as the messengers, you know, and feeling like that's all the etheric. I feel like the element of water wants us to know, like, he is an angel too. Water sustains life. Water is life. Water is conscious. It holds memory. It has an intelligence. If we were to kind of dive into the Akashic records of water, like think about like the Akashic records of the element of water on Earth. What would that look like? Anyway, that's pretty existential. But the Water Guardian. So this is about the emotional realm. This is about coming from your heart. It's about heart healing. It's about compassion. Compassion for yourself, compassion for others. For those of you who are in a space where you're feeling like your heart is really open, after some of this loss and some of this betrayal, that now you're in a space, these are very similar to me, right? Look at that. They're very similar to me. If you are in that space, like, Mazel Tov, congratulations for doing that work and for being brave, for really being brave and allowing yourself to be vulnerable. just know that you're protected by your own self-love. By your own self-love. Like, that is the protection. Your own self-love is the protection. Because when you have this self-love, this mastery over self, as far as like really knowing your value, the worth of your heart, the worth of your emotional intelligence, the worth of the gifts that you have to give, you won't let anybody disrespect you. And even if they tried, they really wouldn't be able to permeate all that much. I think you've really learned some like life lessons here. Life lessons. So, Water Guardian, connect with your emotions. If you are really, if you're in a space where you are working on opening your heart again, take your time. Like the Knight of Materials, take your time. Don't feel like you have to rush it. Maybe this autumn-winter thing is, talking about that, really coming into your place of power within your heart in the autumn and the winter. If you're on the opposite side of the hemisphere, maybe because now you are in winter. So maybe this is speaking to more past energies, or even just the vibration of autumn and winter, letting things fall away, and coming into a space of quiet solitude, listening, going within, that kind of thing. Anyway, the element of water is so powerful, and I hope that if you have watched this and you're not a water sign, that this provided some insight for you around your relationships, matters of the heart, areas of love, relationship, your hopes, your dreams. And we'll just go back to the first card that we pulled. When we dream, everything is possible. Dream a little dream, dream a big dream. It doesn't matter as long as you keep dreaming. Thank you so much. I appreciate your views, and if you like this, please feel free to leave a comment or let me know how it resonated for you guys. I will see you in probably just another week as I start doing the monthlies by sign, so you'll all get your own monthly reading. And thank you so much, guys. Take care. I appreciate you. Namaste. Bye-bye.